Hi, I'm Daianna and I'm with Maria, and we are gonna talk about the nutrition. The nutrition has four systems, and the systems are the digestive system, the respiratory system, the excretory system, and the circulatory system. The digestive system. The digestive system has three stages, and the three stages are the digestion, the absorption, and the elimination. The digestion. The digestion has the mouth, that is where it starts, the esophagus, the stomach, and the liver. The liver produce a liquid called bile that help us in the absorption to break food. So it's not of the digestion and neither the absorption. The absorption. The absorption has the small intestine, and in the small intestine is when the bile help us to break up the food easier, and the nutrients goes to the blood. The elimination. The elimination starts in the large intestine, and the undigested food goes to the large intestine and leave our body from the anus. The respiratory system. The air enters to our body through the mouth and nose and goes through the trachea, that it's a long rigid tube that we have in our body. Then goes to the bronchioles and then enters to our lungs from the bronchioles. The bronchioles are small tubes, and in the end of each bronchiole there is a thing called alveoli. Well, as you know, the air has oxygen, and their oxygen goes to the capillaries, and in the capillaries the air goes to our blood, and then the capillaries give us the carbon dioxide that we expelled. The circulatory system. The circulatory system have three types of blood vessels, and are the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. They have 5 types, but in this lesson we are only gonna talk about 3 of them. So the arteries, the capillaries, and the veins. The arteries are white tubes that carry a lot of blood. They only carry oxygenated blood to the lungs and then to the heart. In the heart, how I explain it, in the respiratory system, the capillaries get the oxygen and give to the heart the carbon dioxide, and the heart gives to the veins the carbon dioxide. The veins are narrow tubes and carry a small amount of blood. And how I said, they only carry blood with carbon dioxide. We have 3 types of cells in our blood, and each cell performs a specific function. We have the red blood cells, the platelets, and the white blood cells. The red blood cells absorb oxygen, like they levitate the oxygen from our lungs and they transport it to our organs and muscles. Then the platelets help us to stop bleeding. When we have a cut or a wound, they are sad because poor humans. They say poor humans, and they help us to stop bleeding, and they make us a scarf, and in Spanish is una costra. Well, then we have the white blood cells. that they are like the fighters. They fight from infections or germs that we have in our body, like the coronavirus, and they fight. And then we passes through our next system, that is the excretory system. Ta-da! The excretory system have two parts, one of the pee or urethra, and the other of the poo or feces. We start with the pee, and as you know, the blood travels around all our body, so they travels also to our kidneys. And the kidney says, oh, this blood is with extra water, and they uh, get the extra water and they form a liquid called pee or urine. And then the urine travels to the bladder, and then we go to our bathroom, and we do pee. Taran. And then we have our second part, that it's the feces. In there, Maria draw the esophagus, the stomach, and the liver, but in this part of the system we only curse the small intestine and the large intestine, so we cross it. I don't care. Bye bye. The food goes to the small intestine, and there it mixes with the bile from the liver, and the nutrients goes to the and the undigested food goes to the large intestine. In the large intestine, the undigested food transformed into feces, and then it goes to the rectum, and then to the anus, and then we go to our toilet, and we expel of our body the feces. And if we are going to talk about nutrition, it will be a sin for us not to talk about the healthy food. So you can question you, what should we eat? What is the best thing that we can eat? What is the best thing that we can eat? All that things I can explain you with the food pyramid. That it's from the badest thing that we can eat to the best thing that we can eat. In the top, it's the sugar, like chocolate or things like that. Then it's the milk and the cheese and the eggs and all that things. Then it's the food and the vegetables, and then it's the cereals, but not the cereal that we eat in the breakfast. It's not natural cereals. And the best thing, it's the sport or water. And then we are gonna talk about a story of a scientific that had discovered many substances that protect us from illness, like virus, like coronavirus or something like that. And that's how they discovered the vaccine, that it's really good for us.